is Maria Kochetkova and I'm a dancer. I was born in Moscow. I trained there until I was 18. And then my next big moment was when I came to do Prix de Lausanne. I prepared myself and came with my mom, won a competition and got an apprenticeship with Royal Ballet in London. Was there for a year. And then I moved to English National Ballet. And 5 years later to San Francisco Ballet, where I spent most of my career, 11 years. And after that, I decided to be a freelance dancer, which is kind of rare in our profession. Yes, and I'm still dancing.
Who would you say were your mentors? Were there certain people that you felt like throughout your career you just had to say thank God they were there?
A first one who comes to mind is my teacher, Maria Kochetkova, who I met at ABT. I prepared most of my works with me. She is my toughest critic. And even now, when I still send her videos of my performances, and even now after pregnancy, I sent her my recent performance of There, and she called me straight away. And she said, "Your baby's beautiful, but you don't bend enough." And I said, "Irina, but it's really hard now." And she's like, "Yes, but I know you can do it. You can do this and this. I wouldn't be asking you if you couldn't do it." So yes, of course, her, and she probably is my toughest critic and the closest person. She was there when I had some really hard moments and really happy moments.
Wonderful. And you just mentioned now that you're married and that you have children, and I wanted to ask you about that a little bit because I also have children. And maybe you can say a few words about what it's like to be a mother and a professional dancer at your level.
Well, I only have one baby girl, but she's almost 11 months now. And I feel like I don't know if I'm the right person to who figured it out, because I feel like I'm still learning and figuring out, and because she's growing so fast, just when I think I kind of found some sort of a balance, everything changes. But I work now in Tbilisi in Georgia, and I work for a female director who also had a baby when she was Nina Niashvili, who's an incredible dancer. She also had a baby when she was in her early 40s and then came back to dancing. So I feel like I'm in such a good atmosphere, surrounded. Also, most of the people have kids in a company, and some of them have 3 kids. So I feel really in such a great environment where I'm so understood and taken care of. And I have a lot of freedom. I live very close to the theater, so I feel like I manage a lot. And I also have my mother who lives with me. I'm really lucky, so I can do what I can do is because of her. As I said, I don't think if I would manage, because at one point I of course want to work, but I also want to spend time with her, and I feel like it's probably a dilemma for most parents to find that balance. And I find that's what is the hardest for me, to be able to do both. And that's what I'm still learning and figuring out.
Amazing, that's beautiful. And last thing I'll leave you with is, there are other mothers out there. There are other dancers who struggle with this dilemma of motherhood and their lifelong dream of professional dancer. What is something that you maybe can say, maybe a few words to these young women?
Well, I'll tell you about my own experience, and how I kind of feel now is, I feel like maybe if I had a baby too early in my career, I wouldn't manage to do as many things. as I did, and not because I couldn't, because I feel like I would want to spend more time with my child. But now at this point I have danced every scene and I have worked with anyone I could dream of, so everything I do is just for pleasure and for pure love for what I do. So I'm really like a person in this way, but I think what it taught me is maybe the patience, efficiency, and a little bit more, I feel like I'm much kinder and more understanding of many things in life, and I also feel that my balance is so much healthier now, because I feel I appreciate what I do much more, I love it way more, and I just have something else that is way more incredible than something that I already love to do, which is dance. It's really hard to like pinpoint it with one word, but that's kind of, I feel this is how I feel now.
Wow, thank you so much. It's a joy to have you here. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you on stage.
Thank you.